Taliban bans contraception, calling use a Western conspiracy?
Here's a summary of the article.
Taliban fighters have stopped the sale of contraceptives in 2 of Afghanistan's main cities, claiming their use by women as a Western conspiracy to control the Muslim population. It is the latest attack on women's rights by the Taliban who, since coming to power in August 2021, have ended higher education for girls, closed universities to young women, forced women out of their jobs and restricted their ability to leave their homes. Taliban fighters patrolling in the streets in Kabul told sources that contraceptive use and family planning is a Western agenda. Shabnam Nasimi, an Afghan-born social activist in the UK, said, "The Taliban's control not only over women's human right to work and study, but now also over their bodies, is outrageous. It is a fundamental human right to have access to family planning and contraception services free of coercion." Even before the Taliban came to power, a 2021 Human Rights Watch report said the most basic information on maternal health and family planning was not available to most Afghan women. Access to contraception and the right to family planning is not only a matter of human rights, it is also central to women's empowerment and lifting a country out of poverty, said Nasimi. The Taliban have no right to restrict access to contraception based on their own interpretation of Islam.
This post received a score of 4,900, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Meanwhile, 1 in 9 women in rural areas of Afghanistan die from preventable pregnancy complications. Seriously, look it up, it's an insane statistic.
There will be even more now since they banned education for women, and only female doctors are allowed to treat women. So once all the existing female doctors flee the country or die out, women will literally have no doctors who dare to treat them.
Taliban like kids to be born, suffer then die of hunger and poverty. The birth rates of Afghanistan don't denote a huge use of contraception.
Sounds like they would be buddies with some pro-lifers.
Fundamentalist Abrahamic religions are like kissing cousins. They agree 90%.
The Islamic world really should serve as a warning to us of what we can expect if we can't stop fundamentalist Christians in the West, because that is absolutely what our future has in store for us if they win. The only real difference between the Taliban and the Talibangelicals is that one is in an environment where they run things and can operate with impunity.
The Inquisition would like to remind us all what humans would do for Jesus. They don't mind getting all the Viagra though.
These guys have rocks for brains.
Bold of you to assume they have anything for brains.
White people Twitter, comments, Y67TXX, comment, ISO 63XM. Massive increase in the maternal mortality rate. With a massive increase in maternal mortality that led to a massive increase in orphans. With a massive increase in orphans that led to a massive increase in child sex trafficking to the point that Romania became one of the leading places for sex trafficking in the world. Texas. Same thing for a massive increase in maternal mortality and is now one of the leading areas of sex trafficking in the US. Uganda, etc.
All of these already are the case in Afghanistan. Except a man can have up to 4 wives, so if one dies the others take care of her kids. And child sex trafficking is already the norm, with girls getting sold into marriage to old grotty men and many boys being forced into basha bazi.
I mean, who needs contraception when you can just stone your partner to death after intercourse, right?
Flirting in Afghanistan, let's not turn this rape into a murder.
Is femicide even murder according to Taliban? No. They view woman as property. It'd be destruction of property at best.
Not if you're the owner.
Don't they have a hunger crisis?
The oldest known attempts were from ancient Egypt, so more towards the Taliban's neck of the woods.
Fun thing about ancient Egypt. They were very, very liberal but also authoritarian. The low-born had personal freedoms, and could even worship whomever they preferred out the pantheon or even call out the viziers if they believed they were mistreated legally. Viziers were basically prime ministers of sorts. Basically, the gov didn't care what you do at home as long as it didn't impede of the central system such as the agricultural system or labor.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.